I'm walking up Gilpin Avenue in Wilmington's 40 Acres neighborhood on my way to the mystery location from last episode's Where in Wilmington Puzzler. Now, visitors to this neighborhood are often surprised when they find the building that we're about to enter on this otherwise quiet and residential street. Well, welcome to Station 5, which is the oldest operating fire station in the state of Delaware and one of 7 fire stations operated by the Wilmington Fire Department. The first fire department in Wilmington was the Friendship Fire Company, founded in 1775 near 5th and Shipley Streets. As Wilmington grew, new firehouses, each one an independent entity, sprang up in neighborhoods across the city. These firehouses were originally formed and operated by volunteers. Station 5 was built in 1893 by the Water Witch Fire Company, an organization founded in 1833. Water Witch's first firehouse, known as Redmond's Hall, was on Shipley Street between 5th and 6th Streets, but this location was sold and the company disbanded somewhere between 1882 and 1885. In 1891, the Water Witch Fire Company was reincorporated and would soon occupy a new fire station, Station 5, which was built to protect a newly developed neighborhood known as 40 Acres. In 1868, Wilmington City Council united all of the independent fire companies into a single organization, and the Wilmington Fire Department was born. Wilmington was once home to many beautiful Victorian fire stations spread out across the city. Sadly, most of these grand firehouses have been lost to progress. Although no longer occupied by firefighters, a precious few of these historic buildings still exist, such as the former Independence Firehouse at 12th and Claymont, the Brandywine Firehouse at 25th and Market, and the Wecaco Firehouse at 2nd and Jackson. But at 115 years and counting, Station 5 is the only original firehouse still in operation in Wilmington. Yes, Station 5 is a historic landmark, and it's filled with all sorts of interesting historic remnants, which we'll see in a minute. But it's also important to remember that Station 5 is also a working firehouse, and as such, it's home to 16 Wilmington firefighters. All Wilmington Fire Department stations have at least 4 people working at any given time, an officer and 3 firefighters. This 24/7 coverage is how the Wilmington Fire Department maintains the second fastest response time in the United States for a city the size of Wilmington. Station 5 is home to several noteworthy historic vestiges of 19th century firefighting, such as this hose tower, where long lengths of cotton hoses were hung so they would dry out properly. Advances in hose technology have largely eliminated the need for hose towers, which is why they are rarely found in modern fire stations. Station 5 also has its original watch box, which sits just inside the station bay. In the old days, a watchman used to sit inside the structure and receive alarms. Watch boxes also once served as a type of reception desk for the community, and neighbors would often step up to the watch person inside, sometimes to report an incident and sometimes just to pay a friendly visit. Another classic piece of history in Station 5 is the old fire pole. Although fire poles are a classic symbol of the American firehouse, in reality they are rarely used today due to the risk of personal injury. At the top of the stairs of Station 5 is a state-of-the-art weight room. Here, the men and women of Station 5 have a convenient place to maintain their physical strength. As you can imagine, firefighters must remain in good shape in order to perform their jobs. Can you imagine the challenge of having to carry up to 100 pounds of equipment straight up a 100-foot ladder? The second floor of Station 5 is also home to the historical archive of the Wilmington Fire Department, sort of a mini museum if you will. Here you can find amazing artifacts spanning the entire history of Wilmington's grand firefighting heritage. Station 5 is also home to a Walk of Honor, which is a tribute to the documented 19 firefighters who have tragically lost their lives in the line of duty. Wilmington Station 5 is much more than just a place to park a fire engine. It is truly a place of living history. The bell tower may be gone, as well as the horse stable, but much has been preserved in honor of the past. And what's more, the 16 dedicated firefighters who call Station 5 home continue to represent Wilmington's proud firefighting legacy. This concludes our tour of the Wilmington Fire Department's historic Station 5. Tune in next time as we continue to explore all the great places that make our city wonderful. For Wilmington in the middle of it all, I'm Rich Neumann.